Alrighty, Super Benny here, and today we are in a very sunny Bristol to do a video game hunt, check out a couple of stores today, and see if we can find any games here in Bristol. So let's go!
Cut out clean like the hush before storm. Next thing we know the whole place transform. Big kick jumping like a punch to the floor. Bassline growl and it knock on the door. We step from the corner, me island in stride. Red, gold, green on the sleeve with the fire inside. From Stoke Scrap scene to the docks at night. We bring that yard energy, make the whole place bright. Shh, wait, can you feel it? One drop then reveal it. We came too far for a quiet ending. One last wave and the whole place bending. Bristol bounce, watch the whole room shake now. Bristol bounce, and them hold the pace now. Hold it. Bristol bounce, heavy in my chest now. Bristol bounce, all at once. Slow start, sharp switch, Bristol in the name. Baseline lift and them never stay tame. Sharp switch, Bristol in the name. Baseline lift and them never stay tame. Sharp switch, Bristol in the name. Baseline lift and them never stay tame. Sharp switch, Bristol in the name. Baseline lift and them never stay tame. Son on the harbor wall, me step out to the gallows call. Bristol breeze on my skin, all day feel like a wind. Bridge to the river, slow glide. Place keep the REM on me stride. Red boat rocking at the key. You and me, just good energy. Easy now, all the joy. Ripe fruit lean, hot pepper, lime and green. Me chat to you, you smile back. Hold up bright from that track. Down by the docks, feet move slow. Then the break beat start to grow. Me say keep it sweet, keep it live. One love in the city vibe. Easy now. Hold the joy. Sun on the harbor wall. Me step out here, the gulls call. Bristol breeze on my skin. Cold, they feel like a wind. Bristol the river slow glide. Bass guitar in my stride. Red boat rocking at the queen. You and me, just good energy. Easy now. Hold the joy. Feel the drum. Then let it roll. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibe. Bristol images. Sun and good times, yes. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibe. Heavy beat, low run. Harbor sun we run. By the market, ripe fruit lean. Hot pepper, lime and green. They chat to you, you smile back. Whole black bright from that track. Down by the dock, feet move slow. Then the break beats start to grow. We say, keep it sweet, keep it live. One love in the city vibe. Easy now. Hold the joy. Feel the drum. And let it roll. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibes. Bristol images. Sun and good times, yes. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibes. Heavy beat, low run. Harbor sun we run. Let the water talk. Let the people sway. From the harbor edge to a brighter day. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibe. Bristol images. Sun and good times, yes. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibe. Heavy beat, low run. Harbor sun we run. Sun on the harbor wall. Me step out here, the gulls call. Bristol breeze on my skin. Cold, they feel like a wind. Bristol the river slow glide. Bass guitar in my stride. Red boat rocking at the queen. You and me, just good energy. Easy now. Hold the joy. Feel the drum. Then let it roll. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibe. Bristol images. Sun and good times, yes. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibe. Heavy beat, low run. Harbor sun we run. By the market, ripe fruit lean. Hot pepper, lime and green. They chat to you, you smile back. Whole black bright from that track. Down by the dock, feet move slow. Then the break beats start to grow. We say, keep it sweet, keep it live. One love in the city vibe. Easy now. Hold the joy. Feel the drum. And let it roll. Harbor sun we ride. Harbor sun. Good vibes. Bristol images. Sun and good times, yes.
Hey, Super Benny here. It's Video Games Pickups 45, and it's a special one. It's a really cool one. It's a big trip around Bristol, hunting for retro. One I've been wanting to do for a long time, and what a fantastic, brilliant day I could say I had hunting for games. It was very difficult, it was very hot. Some of the stores are on opposite sides of the city. You know, to get to these kind of places, not everything is so central these days, so that's part of hard to kind of do these hunts. We had an absolute brilliant day, and we pulled through. We finally got to some of the places, despite a few little complications on the way, because there was so much going on. There was Pride and the football was on, so it was just manic, and it was a weekend and a beautiful day, everyone out and about, so it was hard to get around and navigate, but we did get to the places. I was up super early, up from like sort of 7 a.m. to go here. So yeah, what a long day. We eventually first arrived at our first stop, which was Gamescene. It's a bit of a strange area of Bristol anyway to get to, so just be careful as you get in over there. A bit sketchy in some of the neighbourhoods around there. But anyway, it's a decent enough sort of shop. There wasn't kind of too much about it online. There's not many videos, not many people have been here, so it was kind of new for me to explore and to see what it was like. One that's been on the horizon for a while to go and check out. Nice sort of shop. I had a lot of things in there, from PS5, PS4, PS3, PS2, Nintendo Switch, retro in there, tons of Pokemon stuff, loads of graded Pokemon cards, Pokemon packs. I didn't film any of the sort of Pokemon kind of stuff just because I don't feel comfortable always filming Pokemon and that kind of stuff, but there's lots of stuff there. It's quite big actually in Bristol. I did see a lot of people gathering around at the weekend still playing Pokemon Go, so nice to see. There's quite a big popular Pokemon scene over there, so if you're interested in your Pokemon, there's something for everyone in that kind of shop, which was very cool. They also, I think, had like a working sort of PlayStation 5. You can pop in and play. And yeah, good variety. The PlayStation 5 had a lot of variety, and PlayStation 4 had a lot of independent games like limited run games and Red Art games as well. So there's quite a few sort of games you wouldn't normally sort of see. Great sort of filler titles for your collections and stuff. The only thing I would sort of feedback I would sort of say from that shop would be, some of the retro wasn't in great condition. It was kind of scattered around a little bit. There was some box consoles on top of one shelf and another shelf, and they had a nice glass cabinet, so maybe they could put some of the nicer stuff there like they did with the Pokemon. I think an afternoon just rearranging some of the things and showcase the retro and bring people in to buy some of the higher end things, that would be great. It just kind of seemed like a lot of people that do come in maybe sort of disrespect the cases, and they're pulling out like the controllers and stuff, because I was quite interested in some of the controllers, but the pads were like on the floor and moved around, and some of the boxes have been bashed and thrown and put in different places, so it just kind of needed a little bit of a tidy up, because a lot of, not for just for me, I was quite happy to just go and check it and see. This is quite cool things like Pokemon Snap, which was cheaper than CEX, and a few cool items. There was like NBA Jam and NBA Courtside, but I do know from my experience, a lot of collectors that are coming to these shops, they'll get a bit fussy because they like everything pristine. So yeah, keep it in the cabinets and keep it sort of more displayable and more cool for them. That's the only thing I would say. Some brilliant titles in there. There's lots going on. As I say, it's open 7 days a week. It's a bit on the outskirts of Bristol, so it's not somewhere you've come often. And I go to Bristol quite a bit, but I've never been out that way before, so it's interesting to see for the first time what this is like. as I said, there's not much information about it. But now we know a lot of different games in there. There's a lot of PlayStation stuff in there. There's a lot of retro stuff in there. So we'll definitely be popping back in and checking out something different, because they definitely have games that you don't see everywhere else in your just bog standard shop. So props to you, very, very well done. A game I did pick up from there, which is the first pickup of this video, is Nuclear Blaze. Now, I have come across this one before, and some of the indie games can be sort of hit and miss. So I picked this up at an absolute bargain price, £9.99, 10 quid for a PlayStation 5 game. Can't go wrong, can you? It's a Red Art game. I've got a few sort of Red Art games previously in the past. I was a bit sort of unsure about this one. I thought it might be a bit of a Metroidvania and that kind of stuff. But I had a little play of it the other night, and I actually really, really buzz off it. And I think it's a great little pick up and play sort of arcadey game. That's very sort of just easy and chill to play. You're just like a little fireman putting out the flames, and it's a really cool concept and very fun to play, which I like less complicated games as it is. So yeah, a brilliant little pickup and a good little memory from that shop. Yeah, just, you know, brilliant. And you know, we've never been over there before, so yeah, that is brilliant. Then we went back into the centre. I was a bit sort of run down of battery by then. I don't know if you use Google Maps and that kind of stuff, but the battery just eliminates your battery, so just be careful if you are trying to do a big hunt like I did today, that weekend. It will absolutely drain your battery, and you know, if you want to vlog and do all this kind of thing, Google Maps drains your battery. So we was in the centre. We checked out CEX while I was in there. They had a few cool items. There is quite a few CEXs around, but I didn't go into all of them because I checked ahead of time. There's a few more on the outskirts. As I say, you know, you've got to pick your time. I wanted to go to some specific shops that are very, very cool. I checked online for what they have, the rarities, and there wasn't that much, so there's pointless me venturing out to these CEXs if there isn't much there. I went to the one in the centre. They had a very cool sort of Mega Man, like one-up arcade kind of thing. They had Godzilla on PS4. They had, yeah, some interesting things you probably would have seen on the video there as well. Some nice controllers. Nice little Blu-ray section. If you're a physical media fan, they had some really cool Blu-rays in there, like Battle Royale and Lone Wolf, which I think is an absolute kick-ass film. Yeah, and there was also Body Harvest on the N64, which I've never seen before, so that was something I kind of learned about while I was there. One you don't too often see, but nothing really took my fancy. So I had a little spot of lunch. I went to the Korean in there as well. I had a little corn dog. I stopped off and had like Japanese coffee in a cool little place too. That kind of needs, you know, a bit more support over there. Go to that Japanese coffee shop. I thought it was pretty cool as well. They do matcha and loads of noodles and cool stuff as well. But that was a nice little place. Then I went into the centre. They've got a cool little arcade and sort of Pokemon shop as well. So if you love your Pokemon, as I say, Bristol is buzzing for the Pokemon. Loads of plushies, loads of packs, Magic the Gathering. There was loads of going on. There was like vending machines as well to pull out packs. There was like an arcade as well, which I saw some like sort of Vextrex and a few sort of random sort of old school consoles over there. I think you could go and pay like 15 quid or so for an hour. If you are in sort of Bristol and you are doing a bit of retro hunting and that kind of stuff, there is loads of arcades as well. So there's like actually arcade themed pubs. There's N64, which is like I've talked about in Cardiff, which is like a video game kind of pub as well. And there's some on the on like sort of the outer city. That's a cool little arcade kind of themed pub as well. So if you're making it a proper weekend, you can enjoy a few little beers and go check out those as well. Next door to that as well, there was like a TV and film kind of shop, which they had some like cool little Apex plushies, some more gaming related cool little things as well. I had a little pop in and gander, but I try not to pick up too much tack because it can be overwhelming. Even though it is cute and cool, all these plushies and that, it can be overwhelming. Then we headed over to the highlight of sort of the weekend. As I say, it was a very sort of busy weekend. It was struggling to get hold of transport, and I almost called it off, but I'm glad I didn't, because we ended up going into Retro Bristol. What a fantastic shop that was. One of my favourite shops. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. One of my favourite shops in a long time. Fantastic for toys, turtles, Ghostbusters, figures, pogs, stickers, 90s nostalgia, 80s nostalgia, toys, film memorabilia. Just what I love, you know. Loads of cool sort of video games as well. All sort of post sort of 1995. I'll show you like the little leaflet in here. Yeah, so they've got loads of cool stuff. They buy toys, games, consoles, computers, VHS tapes, boxes, posters, all that kind of jazz. It is in 11 Brislington Hill in Brislington. Yeah, and it's just buzzing. There's not many sort of places I'm blown away. You know, when I went to Swindon, that was fantastic as well. Some of these places really blew me away, and that was an absolute amazing place. I was just looking around for ages. At one point, you come around looking, and you probably thought I got lost. I was just looking at all the Commodore 64, Atari, even pulling out some extra little bits. You pull out what you think you've done. You pull out another little cupboard. There's like SNES cartridges. It's all really lined up beautiful with the spines as well, which, you know, I was a bit sort of critical about the other one in Gamescene. He's got the yellow spines on. He's a lot of love has gone into that shop. He's repackaged and rebacked a lot of the figures. Just so much attention to detail in that shop. Just hunting is just beautiful in there. I'll definitely be back, and I had an absolute buzzing time in there and a great chat. And I've got some fantastic little pickups to show you from there. All great nostalgia and things I absolutely love and buzz, which just makes it even better. What a top day of sunshine, game hunting, some beers, catching up with friends. Oh, absolute buzzing. So the first little pickup is Dig Dug. Dig Dug for the Atari. Now, I absolutely love playing Dig Dug. I just think it's very cool. I'm a big sort of Mr. Doe fan, which is kind of very similar, like going through the environment and pushing boulders and killing the enemy and that kind of stuff. And just great to finally get a copy of Dig Dug. This one I picked up for a little donation. I'm doing some donations that I'm going to send to Italy. I'm going to make a little video of that. And a future upcoming video. But if you want to go watch that, go watch a previously video about video games in Italy. And I've got some cool things I'm going to send over to there. This is the first sort of little donation. It's Pac-Man, a perfect one for them to send. OG Pac-Man boxed there. That'd be cool to send to the Italians. Then I've got a couple of little Mega Drive bits. Found Outrun, a Japanese Outrun. I picked up last year Outrun. You can even see it in here. Box copy. That cost me like 80 odd quid. Japanese Outrun doesn't have a manual. Like I say, in the shop as well. They all have with manual, without manual. As I say, so much detail in that shop. It's just a lot of love for the games in there. Yeah, a Japanese copy of Outrun for 15 quid. Buzzing, absolute buzzing. And they also bundled in classic collection with sort of Gunstar Heroes, Altered Beast, Alex Kidd, and a few others on there. I was meaning to get like Gunbird, is it Gun? No, not Gunbird. Gunstar Heroes, which is a very cool shooter, but it's just so expensive. So just a little cool little cartridge. That's a very cool one to pick up. A nice little classic collection pack on there. So yeah, some buzzing pickups, and I absolutely had an absolute brilliant day in Bristol. You was awesome. You know, it's great to see a new shop in Gamescene. It's great to see an awesome retro shop in Retro Bristol. We hit up CEX. Then we went to like the arcade and the TV film shop and the Pokemon bits there in the centre. So about 5 shops in one day. And to top it off with a few beers, then watch the England match and absolutely stuff them and go through to the next round as well. England beating Norway. What a weekend. What a pickups. Yeah, a great time in Bristol. Great times. Highly recommended some of those places. I'll leave all the details as always for you to go and check it out yourself, and I highly recommend you get yourself down there and bring some stuff to these guys as well. Go to Gamescene and bring them some stuff. Go to Retro Bristol as well. Support these guys and bring some stuff. It's not always about the pickups. Take them some stuff as well. Support them, help them out, and get yourself down there. Honestly, you're like he said in the shop. Just most of the time, most people go around and go, wow. It's just the nostalgia, and yeah, it's just brilliant. What a brilliant weekend, and a fantastic little video game hunt in Bristol. We'll be back for sure. Take care.
Chrome, neon come bomb, but my mind ain't cold. Train door slide, everybody in line, but my heart run lap, trying to outrun time. I'm from my glass like a chip on the phone. Selling man soup, but I had bad room in the machine. Low cans, raw black, drone dreams of a bad like a team. It's the ones that won. She y'all crossing 50 years ahead. Jumping in the air, but I'm on the dance. Full of white bars, like a land in my breath, go red. Every step under the step, never circle back. Energy high, me say more. Bring them hands in your core. From yard to the wall, to the door. We all light up the door. It is so. Born, I'm a winner made kid. Cold wind taught me how to move that grid. Break on the harbor, echoes in the stone. Old city heart being a brand new phone. Half all I see is swimming at the next big wave. Cast by the comments, no way to braids. If I'm a clock with a past, no talk. From my mind, my words, where the glass guy starts, but the